League. I am your host, Alex Machine Richardson. We've got some more fantastic Counter-Strike for you tonight. We're going to be seeing 3 different matches and, of course, 6 different maps. We're going to get to see more from FaZe Clan as they continue to try and stabilize with Exist, but the extra spicy meatball in that marinara is the fact that he's playing against his old team. Exist removed after 4 years tenure with the Ninjas, and now he finds himself playing against them for some all-important points here in the Pro League. All that and more coming up on tonight's show.
Welcome to the Game Flip Pre-Show.
It's called the Game Flip Pre-Show for a reason. They're celebrating the Pro League by providing over $10,000 worth of goodies for you guys at home. You can go to gameflip.com/ESL. It includes stuff like in-game items as well as all of that good stuff, game time, hardware, and everything in between. I am joined here at the Xfinity Analyst Desk by Chad Birchill with a fresh new trim. Janko Paunovic as well, looking fresh. And I stand here, I had my sides trimmed. Don't know if you can tell.
Did you?
Yeah, she took a good half-inch off.
Oh.
Thanks, man. Looks great. Yeah, this is where you go. Thanks. You looks good.
Looks great, Alex.
I didn't realize.
It's a different look.
You're always there for me. I appreciate that. Now, outside of course, breaking down what's coming up on today's show, we also remind you of what we witnessed yesterday. I mean, this is, of course, coming up on tonight's show. You get to see more from Fnatic. They played a spectacular series versus Space Soldiers, splitting it in the end. Now they meet Astralis on the mainstream. There are some good ones on the secondary too.
Yeah, juicy games this evening, Alex. I think the one that stands out here the most for me is probably that NIP versus FaZe game that you touched on there, the whole Exist grudge. But I guess we're getting a lot of those storylines, those narratives going on in Counter-Strike at the moment, Janko.
Absolutely. Have so many roster changes, right? Even long-standing members like Exist being removed from their lineups. Landed in the best team in the world, so not too shabby for himself, but also we'll see the new G2 lineup yet again, albeit against an easier opponent, LDLC, towards the bottom of the pack. So that should be a good game for G2 to show us what they've been working on in the past week or two.
Absolutely. I mean, LDLC are a team that we still haven't necessarily got our heads around, a team that we've been very critical of, and their presence in the Pro League. And bearing in mind, we're not critical of them as a team in general. We're critical of them belonging in the Pro League, whether they can keep up with everyone else.
So you know how I did like the throwing of the paper the other night to simulate, you know, everything being a mess? What we could do is this should be LDLC in Pro League, right? And then that's Mountain Dew League over there. That's where they can go.
The Mountain Dew League. So glad you mentioned it.
Just
the
a
Mountain
trash can.
Or a trash can. Well, you should recycle, really, not a trash can, it's paper. But either way, we can remind you about the MDL, since they've mentioned it, esca.net/MDL to find out more. It's the Mountain Dew League, and for those of you that are unfamiliar, not only is there content and all that good stuff there, you'll also be able to see who's competing and even catch the broadcast as well, because there's some cool peeps gaming, battling to get into that Pro League.
Well, hopefully LDLC's in there so you can watch them next season.
Okay, I can see you're in a bit of a predicament here, but they are battling for the finals. Of course, everyone here is competing, and everyone still has a shot in order to go ahead and pick themselves up. Liquid in one instance, though, coming up tonight. Now, they're playing against Splice. The reason we're reminding you of this is the simple fact that if they win, they need 4 points, so perhaps even an overtime loss and a win for that 4 would secure themselves a spot to the last. They'd be the very first team locked in.
Beautiful. Well, that's a good thing to see. I think we don't want Liquid at the finals. They're a squad in North America right now, especially now with this Cloud9 shake-up-a-roo.
Shake-up-a-roo?
I just don't know. There's multiple things in my head there, and that's where we ended. COG?
Yeah,
oh, Cloud9, yeah, the old boys
JDM,
back together.
If he comes in, actually. Team that hasn't won anything, now playing for a better org who just won a major. But we'll leave that for another time and maybe for another region to discuss. But I agree, Liquid has been looking quite exciting ever since they added NAF to the lineup, and now just wait to see when Taco gets in. That's apparently a given as well. But you can see, look where SK is, for example. Even Cloud9 is not looking pretty. So for Liquid to be able to potentially already secure a place in the playoffs is a great defeat for them.
Other than the fact that SK aren't in the top 6 right now, if you were to say, I don't know, maybe Luminosity is the weakest team out of that top 6 for the North American region, if you were to have SK in Luminosity's place, that would be how I would be expecting the top 6 to look. Not necessarily in that order, but the best teams in that region are definitely towards the top. The only ones slouching are the previous world champs.
Yeah, it's actually
doesn't
baffling.
have a single point.
Yeah, hopefully
0.
they also get 0.
Even Envy has points.
EU is still some matches away from having a decider, but the likely contenders are clear. You can see 4 teams already in that double digits region: Mouse Sports, Ninjas in Pajamas, Space Soldiers, and Na'Vi. I'm interested to know just exactly what happens with the Na'Vi camp. 11-6. I reckon you're closing in on that magic number now.
Yeah, it couldn't be too many, and I think this evening they have a good shot.
Who are they playing?
Wait, I think I was
They're
thinking
not
the hot
playing
match of the
tonight.
week I was doing for next week.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. That's what you yeah. Next week they have a good shot though.
Yeah, reverse mouse.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's something
on
to look
April
forward
10th.
to. April
at
10th.
7:15 CEST.
There you go.
I got all the
That's Tuesday.
details. Yeah, well, we'll see you there.
Yeah. And in the meantime, while you are waiting for that game to happen, when you're not watching the Pro League, there's something else you could be doing, and that's, of course, playing Counter-Strike. You could be playing Counter-Strike and recording it, because there is a real fun one we get up to here at the ESL Pro League, and that's, of course, Community Plays. You can go to esl.gg/submitplay, and we can actually see your plays here live on broadcast. In fact, you know what? Why don't we take a little look at what some of you guys have been up to?
Let's have some high energy for this one, boys. Let's really let the people at home feel.
I want some Yanko color casting.
Here we
That's what
go,
I want.
okay. What's up?
So we've got Mr. Beast 47 from Lebanon. You know, not as prolific of a Counter-Strike nation.
Much better in Dota at the moment. Ping issues have their own thing, but doesn't bother Mr. Beast. There with you all.
Pinku. All right, Pinku. Let's see what you've got.
Pingu's
Nuke.
brother, obviously.
I used to love watching Pingu.
No,
That's how me and my family used to. They used to explain time.
Oh, that's quite a fresh, crisp, clean, sharp shot.
Ooh. I think Mr. X is going to be a bit embarrassed about that one, and then Happy Rebels is just angry he had to retake on his own.
We're talking about the energy here. We've got J-Man0605 from Alex's home country, the United Bloody Kingdom. He takes 2 with the 3rd. That's a big, crisp shot with the USP defending from quad box. Well, he's stuck. He's going to step out. Spams wildly. Gets the kill. One more for the ace. And
If
well,
that was me, I would
actually
get
got
one tapped by that guy. Instead, he misses 20 bullets from the Glock close range. Why not?
Why the hell not? Now we have Mr. Freeze. No, it's yeah, he's going to get 2 already. He managed to scavenge a P2K and is using it well on the T side. And that is the end of that one. Yaksha down, 1 guy left, and it was Mr. Pando Bet.
That pistol's not as rewarding as the USP.
It doesn't feel as good,
boards.
does it? We were talking about
No.
this, me and Hank. It's like, actually,
Yeah.
you get an extra bullet. It's better close range.
Yeah, it does have its pros, but it just doesn't feel as nice as a USP headshot from range,
That
does it?
silence.
I reckon this guy's last name is probably Bennett. So it seems like an Adam Bennett.
He moved
maybe.
like 10 meters and got all 5 kills from the same area. That's a bit bonkers.
That's a CT stack going wrong.
It's a Counter-Strike Starfish.
Expand.
We killed all 5 people. Starfishes have...
Starfishes have 4 legs.
Yeah, and a head. So it's 5 points.
What's
What's called a star? How many points does a star have, Alex?
Starfish. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, I mean, like, that's what I was thinking too. I was like,
You ever
yeah,
been
they've
to
got-
the ocean?
Not really. I haven't really, like, actively held a starfish before, have you?
Yes.
You've held a starfish in your
I'm
hands.
from Australia, of course.
Yeah, it's like, oh, good morning, go to school, pick up your starfish.
Exactly.
Like, it's not a thing, is
No.
it? Yeah.
No, I've definitely held a starfish.
Have you held a starfish? Hit us up with the hashtag ESL Pro League. We need to know. We also need to know what our analysts are thinking here at the Xfinity Analyst Desk for our first game of the day. LDLC G2. Again, LDLC are somehow getting Nuke every single time they
I
won
just
it.
was looking into that, Alex. They have played Nuke 1, 2, 3. They've played Nuke 6 times in Pro League. They've only won it once. They played against Astralis, Envious, Na'Vi, Heroic, Mouse Sports. I can't count. It's only 5 times. Tonight will be their 6th versus G2. The
They're
only one they
trying.
won was against Envy.
They've won against Envy,
So
but
they lost to Mouse in overtime.
Yeah,
After
they lost to
having
Mouse
a
in overtime 19-17. They lost to Heroic
13-2
19-17.
first half.
Yeah. They lost to Astralis 16-5 and they lost to Na'Vi 16-6 on Nuke. They lost to Na'Vi on Nuke.
Yeah, it's not
Starfish?
ideal, is it?
No.
Starfishes are carnivores. They eat meat.
Well, G2 are going to be out for blood this evening, Alex, as they're going to tear their fellow Frenchmen apart, limb from limb.
Like a starfish does.
Like a starfish, because there's 5.
Yeah, and they live up to the age 35.
Starfish is a carnivore as much as LDLC is a team belonging in Pro League. So
Oh.
I think they're going to have a similar time here against G2. Everything's pointing to G2 in terms of firepower, teamwork, everything, especially on a map like Nuke.
Can I just point out a fun stat here?
Yeah.
If you've played Nuke as many times as this LDLC roster has, and you continue to pick it, and you continue to play it against top-tier teams, do you think you'd have good pistol rounds?
You'd imagine so.
Yeah, so when your win percent is 14.3% of pistol rounds, which is...
Yeah, but that's also down due to skill, right? They don't have as much firepower. They just get picked off or something along those lines. I agree that they should have preparation and good game plan, but that also applies mostly to T sides, and even then, if you get banged out, you know, the first two guys coming in, any strat that you have is going to fall apart.
I just felt more so like Nuke is a map where you can be extremely gimmicky, and if you're going to make it your pocket pick, then you could have gimmicky pistol rounds, right? There's some of the rounds where you can definitely do some crazy pushes or stacks.
Yeah, but to be gimmicky, you have to be good first.
You got to hit the headshots, I guess.
You still have to. At some point, there is a...
The worst thing is, from the little games that we had on the mainstream from LDLC, after they removed existence, they were actually winning a lot of rounds on their T side, which is something that you would maybe question, right? You remove an experienced in-game leader. Are you going to have as much structure? You know, is the new in-game leader going to be as good in making those calls, making those reads? But that's actually where they've had good halves on the T side, and seeing how that's difficult on a map like Nuke, especially after the changes, the removal of Catwalk, you know, that might be a silver lining for them. If they can have a strong T side, maybe they can get some momentum on the easier to play CT side.
I think we obviously have to look at the fact here that they are going up against G2, a team who have just added in Mixwell as well, right? So this guy's in as a stand-in. Now, LDLC, we've seen them play quite a lot of maps. We've seen them play quite a lot of Nuke. So we know that they, like you said, they can have, you know, decent sides. They can actually bring something up. And this pocket pick map for them is their crutch, I guess. It's the sense of we're playing against better teams, so maybe we just need to go to this map as many times as possible. Then when you bring G2 into the equation, G2 haven't played this map yet. They've only played, what do we got here? They've only played 11 maps officially with Mixwell.
Okay. And none of them have been new.
I mean, considering he's been there for 2 weeks, I would have given them even less. So
they've only played 4 maps officially.
Yeah, I think you can also see that Mixwell is struggling at the beginning, right? Individually, he's not, you know, even... I don't know, it's not even average in terms of fragging. Sometimes you see him finish a half with 3 kills, 4 kills. That's not something you see from Mixwell pretty much ever. So I think it's fairly obvious at the moment there are still, you know, communication issues in terms of communicating in French, or if he has to do it in English with some of the other guys, you know, learning all the calls for specific spots and so forth. So the adjustment period is still very much going on for him.
That's true.
One thing I don't know if either of you guys noticed while we've been watching this G2 roster, you know, come into fruition, or the direction they've been going, is now that Shox isn't in the team, it appears to have given Apex a lot more room. He seems to be a lot more aggressive on the CT side, especially going and doing whatever he wanted, whereas before, Shox was kind of that guy. He could decide as the in-game leader, if I want to go here and do this, I'm doing this. Everyone has to play their spots. Apex has been doing more of that. Sure, he's been getting a lot more eco kills because that's kind of what they do, and I referred to it last night as they're using him more like Fur, right? So hyper-aggressive, finding information, finding those opening kills, kind of lending to his strengths. So he's looking better overall. Now it's just how do the rest of the roles slot in. Obviously, Kenny is the AWP player. On Nuke, especially, he's an absolute monster, right? That's one of the maps that I have felt, I think we lost 16-1. Kenny outside with the orb, we were doing walls of smoke, we were doing everything, he's just killing us all. It's like, we're not really having much fun. But if he can do that again tonight against an LDLC who's going to have a lot more strategies, then that's, you know, Kenny's fitting that role of the main AWPer, being one of the best in the world. Then we going down the ranks. This is where the Mixwell discussion comes in. What kind of position is he? Where in the totem pole is he? Because Body and MBK are meant to be the support players. Mixwell has to be that third star, and he needs to be more consistent. And I agree, the teething issue is very difficult speaking a different language, especially. So how many languages can this kid speak? Spanish, English, French, at least,
and potentially some more.
I'm envious.
Throw some extra ones in.
Yeah,
not for Counter-Strike. You don't need German or anything like that.
That's true, yeah. The European languages kind of stop there. But he has truly shown that he is a capable player outside of G2.
Sure.
Like, there's no doubt in our minds that if he played like he could and did in the past, he is a good pickup. It's just, you seem to be outlining that a lot of your fears surround communication and just finding a role for him.
Well, but the old G2 was inconsistent. That was our biggest issue with them, right? If Apex can be more consistent being in a more aggressive role on the CT and T sides because now Shox isn't there to step on his toes, Shox was also stepping on Kenny's toes, sometimes having the AWP as well, right? So if they can be more consistent in their clear, concise roles, and then I guess we always know that MBK and Body are just going to fill whatever's left. If they can also elevate their level of play to something more consistent, that Mixwell doesn't have to be a world beater by any means. He just needs to make sure that he is winning those 1v2s every now and again, right?
Sure. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. And then on the other side of things, we get to talk a little bit about LDLC. Now, of course, we often kind of critique Envy, a team that are still a little lost in finding their place within the Pro League. And then on the other side of things, we have LDLC, who, again, are names in the French scene, but whether or not they're successful names is a different question. They were better than the rest of the MDL. They're here for a reason, right?
I think that's because they had better teamwork than other teams, right? You look at that lineup, there's no really clear, like, standout star player, at least one guy who can carry that team and maybe, you know, a talent that's an obvious pickup. Like, there is not a single player in this lineup that you're looking at and say, this is a player for Envy or this is a player for G2, right? There's simply nothing like that. And then they removed Existence, you know, didn't really get along with how he wanted to run that team, so to speak. So you would have expected after last season and staying alive in Pro League, okay, then either, you know, players obviously should have progressed individually, and also in addition to that, they progress as a team. They get to that higher level, they have a better understanding of the game in both senses of that word, but you didn't really see that. These players are not really that much better individually, so that they can, you know, get some notable wins on the board, beat some of the big dogs. You change your in-game leader. So for now, even after a full season of Pro League, everything is still the same. They're still only fighting for survival and just barely.
So you're describing what most would consider a plateau. Like there was that rise of form in getting to the MDL, getting into the Pro League, and then it's just kind of petered out.
Compared to someone like Space Soldiers, for example, right? You've seen them like gradually progressing. You know, Xantares was, you know, very good, but then he was getting even better, you know, doing it against tier 1 teams. Then Paz shows up and Calyx, and have Major as the in-game leader, and, you know, they've had these, you know, good results at the Major, then at some of these offline tournaments, now qualifying for Marseille, right? LDLC, you haven't seen them anywhere, barring Pro League last season, this season, and maybe DreamHack Tours if they were there or something along those lines.
They're a bit absent outside of the world of Pro League. That's something that I think we'll continue to bear in mind. And just the last very quick point from you, Chad, is just, do LDLC have a chance? You were kind of starting to paint that picture. LDLC, bit of an upset potential here?
Yeah, they definitely have a chance. Definitely they have a chance.
It's their map, it's G2 looking wobbly, would be your summary.
Yeah, well, this is the pocket pick for them, and we haven't seen G2 on this, so you have to favor. Based on the information we have, that G2 are not the favorites.
All right, well, I'm going to take a stroll over to the casting desk, and I am joined over here by the ever-lovely Henry G, Mr. Greer. I really am not particularly competent when it comes to casting Nuke. It's an intimidating map to cast.
Okay, well, we'll take it slow.
Because the map's there, and then you've got 2 layers. It's very intimidating.
We can take it at a mile an hour, you know. We can just slow things right down and just see how we get on. For now, though, it will be G2 starting on the CT side. Back when Shoxy's in the team, this is actually a very good map for them. You don't really see it played too often, and obviously we don't have much information on how they're going to play with Mixwell in the team. I assume he'll be just rifling towards the upper bomb side, maybe hanging around towards outside. That's where Shoxy used to play. And we'll see whether he'll be doing anything interesting here. 2 smokes over from the terrorist side. LDLC looking to get towards Secret. The bomb is upper, so maybe an outside split coming here. Apex, one of the key players for G2, goes down early. Alex takes him down, and we'll be into the lower bomb side.
Yes, indeed. All right, then. Let's see whether or not they can overcome that very early first blood. Apex already forced off, and it does seem like they're going to be actually starting to force somewhat of an offensive on towards upper site. 3 players from LDLC swarming in. It's going to be down to Kenny S here. NBK's already caught 1 on the flank. It was going to be Maniac down, and the bomb follows. 3-2 now. They are still working with this disadvantage. NBK changes that. Logan, 1 shot, 1 kill.
Absolutely. 2 on 2. There is no kit available for the CT's time. Ticking away, though, Kenny S towards the nest area. He's got a 3 kill on Devil, makes a bit of a meal of it, but now just Alex. 2 versus 1. This round is falling apart for LDLC. Looks like it's all going to go wrong. The full defuse will come in. Looks like they've got plenty of time to do so, Alex. And there it is. G2 will be picking up the pistol. We'll see that defuse coming quite comfortably in the end. So there we have it. It was looking so good for LDLC. Outside split. Get the first kill on Apex as they come through, but MBK looked very good. We'll see whether he can get back in the game here. LDLC presumably will buy AKs in the third.
You'd think so.
I don't think they'll be doing much of this. Maybe a couple of PT50s. Rush. Oh, they've got a tactical purchase.
The tactical purchase?
They're going all in, actually. This is a full investment. This is not a good call.
Okay, so Logan's actually thrown his pistol at Tanu as well, just giving him the deagle.
So the problem is they've got G2 on 3 rifles here. they would have had the advantage. If they could have just got some kills and a bomb down this round with P250, they'd had a real good chance of working with the AKs. But it's a bit of a surprise package. It will be Logan with the AK-47, in fact. So kennyS deals with one outside. That's looking quite smart, I have to say. There it is, though. Logan with the AK-47 neutralizes things.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting that one. He was taking a bit more of a more comfortable and aggressive angle, and Logan's actually tagging up Mixwell towards Heaven. That's a big play. CT's getting some aggression on. They're actually hunting. I think Apex is on the market for Twanu, and he does take him down. This is working out quite nicely for the CTs. This aggression's being rewarded, but now look, Alex, he saw the tip of Maxwell's head here. Now, does he let it go? Looks like he might. Just thinking about this one, whether or not he can catch a second frag as well as a bonus. NBK, however, hasn't revealed himself, and I love the patience from Alex, but nothing does present itself just yet. I think he's got a good read on NBK's location. In the meantime, aggression being rewarded again.
Body gets the bomb down in towards lobby, and NBK looking to take down Alex. Easily does it as well. Clean kill outside. Long range spray with the headshot there. 3 versus 1. Like I said, I didn't really think that Force Fire was going to do much because it's not a very execution-based map, right? You can't drop a couple of smokes like on Inferno. And one smoke, site. One coffins, a few flashbangs, and let that AK come in last. It's not that kind of map. You need to be actively working for picks. It's really difficult to run defaults in this map. You don't have the utility to go for an outside play. Devil might get 1 kill here, but that's not going to happen. And G2 shut everything down with 3 players. The fight wasn't even a close round in the end. They get at least 1 kill. Alex, that great position. Even that wasn't enough to yield any sort of success. So that planting on the pistol has now been made redundant. They have to take a full eco here and buy up in round number 4. G2 on the CT side looking very good. MBK with 5 kills in total. The in-game leader now. You haven't been keeping up with things. Shoxy has been removed. He's starting his own project, allegedly with Smiths. I don't think that's 100% confirmed or announced, but that's what everyone seems to think.
Yeah, NBK did actually just come into that round with a rifle and start the round with a P250. He's obviously just being that team player, keeping his teammates hooked up with the gear, and they start charging, and LDLC are just going to be waterfalling over and towards Mini. And nothing will be rewarded. Instead, though, saying nothing rewarded, he's going to get the bomb down.
Sneaky.
Alex, the ninja. I mean, he knows this is not going to go well. Hoping for 1, using that new corner. That changed map, but no, nothing's going to be rewarded. But the bomb down is a big play. That's going to make their money a little bit more comfortable now.
They can definitely get the AWP in Twanu's hands if they so desire, but I'm not sure that will come out first round. It's a difficult weapon to make work on either side, really, especially on the T side. Maybe they want to feel out the map first, wait till Kenny gets his AWP out. They know he's still on a rifle for now. So there's going to be 5 rifles of G2. Will they get the AWP for Twanu? That's the question. It'll be a difficult buy. I don't think they will. I don't think it's worth it. They won't be able to get armor. So yeah, he'll go with the AK-47 as well. LDLC have got some great strategies in terms of very fast outside. They actually innovated some of the smokes used toward that area, throwing them very quickly in spawn. We'll see if they deploy any of those to kick things off. You can see, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, here they are.
They're the first team to start throwing them from this particular area. Existence, when he was lined up, brought that to the forefront. So they get very fast smokes down here. And you can see the response incendiaries just stopping the fast push coming in from G2. Obviously, they'll be very aware as to how this team plays, being a French team. Mixwell, though, can't do anything about that in the open. A bit of a wild play from him. Tried to look outside the smoke. Got punished for it. It's going to be Alex to take him down. He's got a bit of damage off, but that's all. Body trying to buy himself some time with the smoke. Suggests that he's not there as he patrols the lobby area, trying to get a kill back in return. At this point, Molotovs and smokes, flashbangs, absolutely everything used towards upper. Body fluffs his lines a little bit there, trying to get back. Remember, there's no hot window now, so safely does it. Bomb down, though. Double kill for MBK. Looks like that's all we can find, though. Devil does great work with the AK-47. Apex still alive, has to get at least 1 hit, does that, doubles down, and manages to get at least 2 kills towards the end there. Close rounds for LDLC, but not getting that bomb planted means we probably have another eco here. They can probably justify a partial biting of the Deagle's armor. They're going to have maximum loss bonus going into the next round. So definitely can have a chance of this one at least. They won't be fully
jab.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing Logan go for that kind of CZ Kev. Does seem to be the typical buy. It's actually quite crazy when you think about it that we are seeing now the CZ75 taken on the T side as well. I mean, the Tech 9 obviously just hamstrung so much that people are taking a pistol that many consider to be almost exclusively for that CT side because you could hold the corner and people would come to you. But no, and taking it now on the attack as well. Capable of bursting one down, scavenging his weapon away. And oh, Kenny, that uncharacteristic miss from him. Twanu's applying some pressure. He has got the location of 2 of the 4. And nice repositioning does render the frag towards Devil. In the meantime, he's in trouble, and Kenny's having no trouble at all. Just 3 frags for him, and that's LDLC now. Eventually, going to be ending up with some weapons again. Do you bring the AWP out? You know Kenny's got it.
He's already got it. 16k almost for Apex after
already?
the reinvestment. Yeah. I think he's barely died. He died in the pistol round. That was about it. So his money is out of control. So they'll take a tactical timeout here just to work out what's going on. They know Kenny S, as you said, has the AWP at this point. So good shots from him. Couple of misses. This was a nice shot, though, as he repositioned after this one. And here we go. Here comes Alex.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm saying. He was getting toyed with a little bit.
Then this play came in. That's when it all came together. Well, here we go. Next round. What's the play? The AWP does come out for Twanu. 1-5 right now. Got his work cut out for him. As Janka rightly said, the problem with this LDLC team, there's no names in this squad. You think, oh, they could potentially move up into a G2
Absolutely.
or an Envious. None of them are really that much of an exciting prospect, right? Some of them are okay. Devil was an Envious for about 8-9 months, and then he got removed because he was just a bit of a meme at the end of it. It was the least respected player in the team. He felt like he never really performed for Envious, never really saw the best out of him.
He just looked uncomfortable.
And then he had the call for them for a little bit as well. It was just an absolute mess when he was in the team. So now he plays in LDLC. Obviously, existence is gone now. Kenny S behind the air conditioning unit. And like I said, those fast smokes outside should be deployed. Bit of a variation this time. It's slightly deeper, but Twanu needs to be very careful. He wanted to peek towards the heaven position there. Does decide to fall back, but Apex certainly doesn't. Might be a trade here for the terrorist forces. But look at that crossfire from the garage and main entrance. Yields 2 kills, 5 on 2. This is just falling apart for...
It's a disaster, really. We haven't got to see any of the frags either. Maniac and Twanu, everyone's just dying all over the map. It's very hard to keep track of. Logan, Alex, Devil, all falling. A bit of ground up been gathered by Maniac, but look at the cost. Sure, you may get one here, and you should. Takes down Kenny, that's the AWP boost. But now, maybe caught with his knife out. These are the kind of deaths you're embarrassed to concede, and yet they're holding his karambit. He falls, and we will see the 6-0 scoreline. This is starting to... It has a whiff and odor to it of a Swift game.
A Pong.
Yeah, Pong. There is a degree of a Pong.
So yeah, another partial, but it could be a Swift game. GT looking very comfortable right now. LDLC, certainly one of the bottom feeders of the Pro League. They'll be like trying to scrap at the very bottom, trying to stay out of relegation, right? I think last season they finished like in the bottom 2, managed to kind of stay out with the relegation games, but either way, it's not looking too promising, especially after losing their decorated in-game leader. Body will detect the first player. That's Maniac. MBK already ready and waiting down lower. Probably going to get a couple. I say that. Twani does take him down. There's a chance, at least at this point. They'll be smoking up. And here comes the vent play. Devil takes down Kenny S, but not for long.
Oh, that was something. They've been gifted 2 CZ frags on 2 instrumental members. I mean, you've got Kenny down, Mixwell's low, NBK fallen as well. And now Twani finds himself all alone towards ramp, though. He pushes, catches Mixwell, the Spaniard, now forced to watch his body in Apex attempt to keep this round and the dream of a 16-0 alive. 20's on 2, would have to get the quad. And he is going to be heading straight into the domain of Body. Nice little passive play and positioning from Body. He's going to try and catch him off the off angle, and there it is. See you later. 3 for him in the round. Body keeping this team alive, and the dream of going untarnished so far. 7-0. They do still have money. That loss bonus is nice and juicy for the guys in LDLC that get to have another jab.
They certainly do. Twanu's certainly finding frags. He's only got 4, though. 7-0. Money still astronomical for G2. A couple of the key players going, like I said, Mixwell, MBK, but Apex still with 11 grand. Body, 8K. Kenny S still with another AWP purchase available. Double AWPs now for the CTs are changing their setup up. And it will be Mixwell to defend outside. He hasn't been doing an amazing job. He probably goes down here again. I really think he needs to stop challenging that. I don't think he's the kind of AWP that's going to be hitting those sort of shots. It's a very difficult, flicky angle. You want Kenny S out there, really. But there it is. Again, Mixwell goes down. Kenny S to patrol down towards lower now. AWP not ideal for this scenario. If he misses one shot, that's it. He's done for. A rare advantage here for LDLC. We'll see if they can capitalize on it. Looks like Body's going to be done for here. Absolutely so. Maniac deals with him.
This is it. This is the best looking round LDLC have had a chance at so far. At 1 point, 5 versus 3. Quickly traded out, though we did see the frag come in from Apex. And this is one of the slower pace rounds. I think there's a bit of a correlation to be found here. The fact that we do see the T side taking it nice and easy. And they're finding more success. There's a push, though, from Apex, trying to equalize. The Devil pays a heavy price for his dues, but does get the frag. Now Kenny, under pressure, does release some of it with that P250.
This will be very difficult MBK to hold. You can see he's got Twanu to deal with the main entrance. Does very well, though. Devil, low HP, could be in a lot of trouble here. And indeed he is. 2 versus 1. Maniac left of the clutch. He's going to find this frag almost certainly. He's got to deal with Kenny S. He comes out. He's going for the wall bang here. Gives his position away somewhat. He'll go for the close to him. One shot will do it, and Kenny S nails it. Alex, this is looking very grim indeed. A 5-on-3, and they're still unable to convert it. The 1v1, Kenny low HP, but this red maniac knew exactly where he was planting, took him down with a single bullet, and there we have it, 8-0. Good news is that the plant comes in, they can keep buying here and keep applying pressure to G2, but keep making these rounds very expensive and whittle them down in terms of the reinvestment. But still, Apex able to buy for himself. Can he save that orb? And they're still absolutely fine with body on 11k as well. So double orbs come out again, but you can see the money not as strong at least. It's not out of control at this point. It's manageable.
They're keeping them to a degree honest. These 2-3 frags they're acquiring on those successful rounds, but yet to see a single one. Here come the smokes, but look at Kenny. So aggressive. Remember that one, Alex?
Yeah.
Spectacular.
That was quite juicy. He does the flashbangs at the start to stop the initial AWPer. Kenny might be outstaying his welcome at this point, but Mixwell's there to back him up. Kenny just doesn't want to give up, does he? He's already hit Devil as well. No one wants to go down here. Devil's in a world of trouble, and so is Logan. They're just styling on them right now as nades raid in from hell. It's going to be just one player remaining, and it's Maniac again, Alex. He's on 10 HP, and in a 4 versus 1.
Kenny, I mean, that is cockiness. There is no other word for it. He's being cocky. Kenny gets another, he pushes with the AK. He's been flashed, he's been tagged, he's on the wrong side of the smoke for his teammates to trade.
Yep.
They know exactly where he is. He's got his first frag and he sticks around. He's got 3 players hunting him down and he does not bend to the knee. Yeah. 3 frags from Kenny. That was gorgeous. Aggressive Counter-Strike.
Yeah, absolutely. When you get this sort of lead, I guess, and the money's in the bank, and you're just like, well, they're not really hitting me at all. My shots are working for me. He does a really audacious push, a really cocky one, like towards the red box. They have no idea it's coming. Hits the first shot. Most players will just fall back at this point, but he wants to stay and hits absolutely everything. Takes down Logan as well. Mixwell alley-oops with him to take down Devil with the HE grenade. And that's just a beautiful round from Kenny. Mixwell helping him out as well. 9-0, the game was paused. Like we said, that they can keep buying with this loss bonus. They might have to take another pistol round, I guess, considering if they want the AWP, for example. Sure. They get 1 AK, so they're going with pistols and the AK-47, just hoping that someone can step up here.
If you can't do it with weapons, I mean, how do you expect to be able to do it with this scrappy buy? Perhaps, I guess they're just trying a recipe of something. They need to find some sort of formula that renders them around. At this point in time, it's a slaughter, massacre indeed, and Maniac's been the one given that responsibility of that AK. He's made it clear, he's banging through that door as he opts for a fresh magazine. They at least know 1 AK's in play now, G2 conscious of that.
He's trying to patrol the vent to stop anyone rotating while his teammates will try and get towards Secret. There's one player down there right now, I think it's Alex. Indeed it is. So he's just waiting for Kenny to react to it potentially and try and retake lower. It's not really much going on in terms of the execution itself. You can see G2 actually not challenging for these kills at all. It's going to run that timer down. Kenny S in the ramp room this time, so just being dynamic and trying to see if anyone will come towards his position. They certainly are. Here comes Maniac. Remember, he's got the AK. He'll have to challenge, and one that won't be realized, but it does actually work out for a trade at least.
And that could be a scavenged AWP for Twanu as well. Let's not forget he is still in play, and he's going to be leaping now towards the corpse of Kenny. And that will be his for now. Kenny has the signature still inscribed upon the weapon, but that won't stop Twanu. The Belgian Bulldozer attempting to make it work, flatten the opposition. 4-4, 40 seconds left as well.
MBK being very patient there. Alex will be in the vents, but Twanu back him up. They have no idea MBK is waiting down there, and here come the kills. He gets 2, and he tags up Twanu, but it's not good for a third. 25 seconds now, they still need to plant. Alex has got a few bullets in the clip, not going to be converting those into a frag whatsoever. 20 seconds now, and at this point, it's the consolation plant coming in for Alex, but that's, sorry, Twanu, that's not going to happen, and it will be double digits already for G2. We've only been casting for about 10 minutes.
This is the quickest game. It's about 18 minutes of casting so far, and already 10 rounds of play. All going the way of G2. If you look at the scoreboard as well, you'll notice that there is just one man struggling to make an impact for G2 just yet. This is what the desk was talking about.
Yeah, Mixwell, right?
Mixwell just hasn't looked himself.
He keeps getting picked outside, you know?
He's trying.
He'll try again. And the thing is, like, when he's got this sort of scoreline, he can justify even going down. His team seems to be winning everything. But yeah, he's struggling somewhat. And as Alex makes his way towards outside once again, looks like he might want to challenge Mixwell. That's where the easy pickings are. Mixwell looks like he's out of position again.
Wait for him to fire a shot, I think. No.
Oof, right at the back of the garage. Alex opts for the secret area instead. Mixwell desperately wants some kills there. This time nails it. Takes down Twanu. Good shot, but he's going to be traded by the looks of things. Needs to reposition. His options are amazing. I'd like to see him just get that one kill, and if you're not having a good game, just fall back, take the advantage. You don't need to set the scoreboard on fire.
teammates are doing that for him. Apex does take a bit of a heat. But for now, I think most of attention should be drawn towards Devil.
Why is he in the open? Such a bad position.
Devil, of course, unpressured and does take Mixwell down. Yeah, another poor performance from Mixwell on the round. His team, however, making up for lost time. Logan goes down. Every time LDLC think they have an advantage, it's just snatched from them in the blink of an eye. Alex again has control. He's managed to get himself down secret, but NBK knows exactly what to look for. Alex finds the frag. NBK down and towards lower. Maybe swinging that door open as the nades do start raining out towards upper as well. They're trying to keep the CTs disorientated, discombobulated. Apex is about to go for the dank flank though, but as Maniac closes the door, that will make things difficult. Only for a moment. Body holding fast and firm. Firm was the word I was looking for. Fast and farm. It's the less popular farming sequel to Fast and Furious.
Well, Alex has got 10 seconds and no bomb. He'll be getting no money for the next round, but he will save his AK, so his teammates will probably buy around him. It's going from bad to worse. We're speaking in verse. Farms and all.
Farms, yeah. Really just, I wanted to give farming a shout out. You know, the unsung heroes of the produce industry.
Yeah. And it will be body.
I liked Maniac's thought process, just wasn't ready for body to hold as firm as he did.
Well, here we go then. 11-0. It's not really living up to expectations, this one. They'll be partially purchased again. Alex with the AK, pistols around him. It's really not been too fun for LDLC. Every advantage they get is not converted. Kenny S this time looking for players crossing outside. He's just getting numbers right now, just seeing how much is available to him. How did he hit that? Okay then, well, Devil's up towards the silo. Is there anything for Kenny to do here? He's spotted they've gone down towards lower.
Stop!
He just keep bullying them.
But if you actually look at, turn X-ray off for a moment next time he's doing that, because you see just how little he's seeing.
Okay, that's the gun down. MBK's like gone disconnected from the server. And, oh, he's back.
He's there, he is.
But they've just killed everyone anyway.
Yeah, sorry guys, had a little bit of lag. Oh, cool, looks like we're getting the 12th round.
Yeah, no issues at all with those things.
Maniac has just a Desert Eagle.
He's got some armor as well.
Bomb is on the other side of the map.
5 players to buy.
5 still players. And he will throw a smoke.
He's the last alive, like, every single time at this point.
He is. And I don't know if necessarily like he's just being passive. I think it's just his teammates are dying so quickly outside.
So you got the 1D. Oh,
you might even make the suggestion that you stop going outside, perhaps for a round. Maybe do something else.
Let's do some rushes, maybe.
Maybe like let's go ramp.
Rushes,
let's
ramp
go
rush.
like push out a hut quick, get some flashes through the skylights. Just maybe something that doesn't involve jumping into Kenny's jaws. 17 frags, blood-stained teeth for him.
He just keeps going in a different position every round. You know, sometimes he's been in the ramp a couple of times. He's been secret. He's been aggressive. So I think they're just hoping they just keep going outside. He won't be there. This looks like something a bit more assertive, at least. What's the play? Is it a straight up upper? Yeah, just rush upper, boys. Get out of bed, maybe. But Apex has just put a gun down. He's like, bayonet them, Alex. This is an absolute nightmare. He's a double agent. Hello, boys. I'm part of the rush. Oh, no.
Oh. I actually can't cast this. It's actually quite hard to cast.
1 in 13 for Logan. I don't even really know who Logan is, I'll be honest.
So Logan was the fresh young talent that they sniped when Existence stepped down from the roster.
So he brought it, was he the in-game leader? I think
he was supposed to be the hard hitter. Maniac was taken, I think,
Well, it's really not looking good. That was desperate. Well, it's not going well. Let's try a rush.
They extinguished the Molotov at least. At least they did. They contributed that much.
But then they grey screened and they run through one by one. It's still just as bad, really. He might not be doing damage, but no one can see anything. So that's a bit of an issue.
Let's see if they can at least try and put something on the board coming in towards this second half. They can't really stare down the barrel of 15-0. In fact, that scoreline itself does make one rather a sad
has he got like a tiny... Okay, I see what he does. He's got a tiny pixel on the right-hand side. This sliver, right? He can see people walking in. And then when he sees them, I guess he throws the Molotov. As soon as he runs away, he throws the Molotov ready to go.
It's just enough. So he's basically staring at that gap. And Alex is on the other side of it. So he's already crossed.
Yeah, so he doesn't know that.
Oh,
Alex has walked around. He's got a free kill.
NBK, though, that is really nerdy. Could not be a tighter angle. Here he comes, and this is a freebie. Molotov will do nothing, and NBK goes down. There's a flaw to his plan.
Yeah, slight flaw. So you can see what he was doing there. We kind of explained it, but he obviously had no idea that he'd gone too far. So it will be a kill for Alex, but that's all we'll get. Kenny S still finding shots, 3 on 3. At least a competitive round coming in here. Mixwell doesn't seem to be messing around. It's unlikely he hits this one, though. He's not that kind of player. As Mixwell will drop a Molotov and just buy himself some more time. 3 on 3, 30 seconds. They really need to think about getting that bomb down, but where is it? I think it's all the way. Oh no, he's looking on the radar right now, guys. Where is that bomb?
Okay.
Okay, it's outside. We've got 20 seconds to try and
20
plant
seconds.
it.
What have we got? Got any map control? No, they're on site. Okay.
I'll
I'll do it. I'll flash us in. Here we go. He's feeling confident. And Body's in the same corner he's been in every single round. And he's going to do what he does every single round. A double kill on the entry. Now 5 seconds left. They will be able to get this bomb down. But it's Mixwell. Is he going to throw away the 15-0 dream? The 16-0 even?
Yeah, he can't win this, I don't think. Mixwell hasn't got a chance.
Mixwell playing the waiting game, waiting for Logan to overextend. He will try and get him up on that roof. Only an AWP for him. Logan doing the dance. This should be Mixwell's. He does get a glimpse. I think Logan did too. Logan with the frag, and it's going to be Mixwell responsible for throwing away the dreams of a 16-0.
Yeah, Mixwell struggling somewhat, but yeah, difficult round for him considering the AWP in the 1 versus 1. And he doesn't really get close. Logan outplayed him there, and it will be the first round for LDLC. No reset potential here at least, because we're going to round number 15. And Mixwell will be back on that double orb. And we get into the final round. 20
frags in 14 rounds with the AWP primarily. Welcome to Nuke versus Kenny.
Yeah. He did say, he said it a few times actually, he thinks like his CT AWP on Nuke is like something much different. Not a lot of people kind of bring that to the table. Yeah. Alex jumps through the flames again. MBK won't be in the same position. They keep letting him get down there.
Back into his little safe nook.
Yeah.
I guess he's kind of worked out that though you may take a bit of Molotov damage, it's less damage than Kenny can do to you if you stick around outside. He's already managed to get himself down secret. And so that's about the most map control LDLC have in their last round on the assault. Look at Apex's position. He's just using the top of the door there. Provide himself a little bit of extra cover. He's instead now back onto the hut. He knows what's going on. Devil's going to catch that one. Not too much damage done. Just tickled down to 66. But the Molotov will chase, and that will do a whole lot more. Maniac, considering some aggression, actually catches his teammate Flashbang as well. Things really are not looking prime from LDLC. Just a little bit of a mess, a little bit of a disorganized approach to Counter-Strike at the moment.
Well, they're going to go towards ramp, and guess who's waiting for them? It's Mr. Yes, and he gets another. He's just going to have a shooting gallery now. They're going to try and trade him out. And he'll keep challenging here and won't get too much out of it. AWP goes down at least, and MBK might have to drop down.
Mixwell has an opportunity now to hit the shot. Mixwell's been looking rather uncomfortable. He continues to do so, but NBK will keep things neat and tidy, and that should be the end of that one. Alex had a real shot at that, but that will be 4 for NBK. The natural born killer lives up to his name. 4 frags in the round to bring home 14-1 on the half, and these are your highlights from that first half. This is from one half of gameplay. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of one player in particular. NBK's pistol round was a big contributing factor. The third frag just rattling in there. Apex, we've been singing his praises on the desk. This guy's looked great since the departure of Sharks.
Looked very good.
Free.
Indeed. There we go. Yeah, absolutely. 14-1. That's pretty much map over. That's death sentence, I'm afraid. It could have been 15-0. The one round they got was a 1v1, so nothing convincing at all from LDLC. This was their map pick. This is where they should be having the advantage here. They've had, what, a week with Mixwell? You'd think like, this is, well, we're going to get them. This would be the map, or one they probably haven't even touched in terms of practice with him so far.
This is the first time they've played Nuke with Mixwell.
Yeah, this is like, well, he's just got 14-1s, and yeah, unfortunately for them, that's going to be pretty much the map over against GT the way they're looking right now. And the fact that LDLC are not fragging a thing, they need the pistol and they need the perfect game. I've done this before on LAN, Alex. I've converted a Nuke game, 14-1 down, gone to the CT side and won 15-0.
No.
I have done that. The semi-final at LAN 79 against Alternate Attacks.
Oh, Germans.
Do you know when I play Batman or Renewal Valor, I'm getting like 20-0. I could do the same in the ramp room in Nuke and CS.
That was like you.
That was me.
Batman
like
jungle.
Everyone knew that. Just leave me alone there. I went 20-0 in the first half.
Jeez.
And then we converted everything into...
You didn't even have to go OT.
No, it was like 15-0. I don't think it's anything on YouTube.
I love that you, like, those are the kind of games that you can, like, you literally just told me the land, the team, the way you played.
It was like I think it's probably only Richard Lewis who will tell you about that game.
Yeah.
Now it's like no one really...
It's left a lasting mark for you, though, of course.
But it's like it's some game we always talk about. It was pretty epic. But either way, Twanu is going to try and do the same, is what I'm saying. As he gets the first kill, Body will make his way out towards Upper. He's going to go down momentarily, though. Surely he's going to have a chance to survive. Body challenged by absolutely everyone. That's an absolute bloodbath here. Maniac versus MBK.
He needs this. He gets it. Double kill from Maniac, and we are not going to be seeing this one end.
What on Maniac?
In just a blink of an eye in the second half. No, instead, LDLC will be putting up a fight, and I am intrigued by the Mag 7. Logan, where's he taking that on the CT side? And we are going to be seeing one rifle bought by the CTs.
Well, it's going to be a
Against
dicey round either
G2's
way.
Deagles.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm getting a sense. I'm getting a tingle.
Yeah, they've got one rifle, which is a
One
FAMAS.
rifle on CT side Nuke, second round. Desert Eagle's more prolific than the Mag 7 at range. That sounds like I'm stating the obvious there, but look at Logan. He's closed the gap. He's got to the optimal range for that shotgun, and a quick pump of his Mag 7 leaves body on the floor. Down to Devil. This is a good position from him. That's that UMP range he's looking for. The flash is good, and LDLC starting to make an impact. The nade's good as well. Just evaded by Mixwell on the scout. And a quick reposition is in order. Welcome to Nuke, CT side. Always on their toes. But now with bomb retrieved, it's certainly not going to be a freebie. Apex has even grabbed himself the one rifle.
That could be something. 3 on 2. The only player with a rifle
What's
right
the
now.
plan of action here?
They've got a minute still on the clock, so they're just going to try and work a pick, see if any CTs are exploring for information. Going down towards lower could be a good call. They know there's probably only going to be one down there, so they'll have the advantage in that sense if they go down towards the secret steps. It looks like that's exactly where they'll go. Mixwell with the scout, not an ideal weapon for this particular excursion. But they'll give it a go. Apex will lead the way. If he gets that first kill, he can drop that scout and get a UMP. That would be a lot more ideal. He'll be scouting towards the steps with his invisible scout. There it is. And they'll see what's available to them. Time ticking away now. The problem is with lower, there's a few more corners to check. Apex, though, won't be checking the vents. Down he goes. Not really sure what he's looking at, as Alex will help himself to a free kill. Mixwell out of this round, but trying to see if there's anything available. He wants the money going forward, so he'll happily die, yeah.
That's the end of that one. LDLC then find themselves 3. And we will not be ending just yet. Going to be an eco from G2, one would imagine. Let's make sure they don't fall into their same old ways. I know that they're going to be having that conversation, but no. Nice and pure, full eco. Coming out from the French. G2 should specify.
Here comes the next round. Full eco. Not really much they're going to do with this one, I'm sure. I'll bide their time, wait for the grenades to come through. Mixwell opting to take some fire damage there. Smoke down on towards the hut. But no flashes, no armor. I'm not sure what they're doing on the roof right now, if I'm honest. It's one of those rounds you just want to get over with. Apex goes towards outside. He gets dropped. Not really sure what the plan is here, Alex.
I think they're just going to be having some fun, having a chat, maybe talking about their day, talking about how Kenny had to walk the dog and you wouldn't believe what happened. You know, like the usual conversations.
Yeah.
Just catching up with one another, bouncing around, playing some Counter-Strike, waiting for the next round to begin. Ideally, you wouldn't be running into the SMGs. Ideally, you'd find Tuanu and start jumping into his jaws, because these SMGs are going to be building up quite the bank for LDLC. Admittedly, not necessarily the worst case, given LDLC's track record here. But every single frag there going the way of an SMG from Devil. You saw Logan with 1 and Tuanu 2 with the M4. Okay, chopping and changing been done, and it's time to see how the weapon rounds look. Saying that, does look like we're going to be seeing a quick pause. A tactical one from G2, as they're just going to try and just decelerate LDLC and get this game done. Let's not forget, this is the first game of the day, and already it's been quite the stomping.
Yeah, LDLC delaying the inevitable at this point, but I guess it's a chance for them to get warmed up for the second map and
Absolutely.
be ready for that one. So yeah, it's still valuable in that sense, albeit in
I never
vain
like to
for
write
people.
someone out.
Yeah, but a 14-1, you kind of don't.
You kind of have, it's like it's been done for us almost.
Yeah. But they might get string a few rounds on the CD side. It's not outside the realms of possibility. They want to get rid of that max 7 one, but I guess it didn't
Look at the odds!
26.
Good grief, put a pound on that. You never know. Here we go though, LDLC do get the first 2. They were actually victims of a crazy comeback just yesterday on this map. They went 13-2 up versus Mouse Sports and couldn't find any rounds, could not find a single round on their T side. Same case as today. This time though, they did manage to do damage on their CT side. Perhaps that's the power of LDLC. It does seem like it's going to be paying off now. The CT side looking a little bit more drilled than that of the attack. And just MBK and Mixwell hanging out. Could be very well another round for LDLC unless NBK does something ridiculous. If he creeps and crawls his way effectively, he could come behind Alex on site. Does he have the balls to go up that ladder silently though? Not just yet. Twanu just... Oh, I think he's going for it. He is. Like an assassin, he's on the prowl, and it did look like he got spotted. Maniac checks it at just the right moment. A couple of scavenged AKs as well for the CTs, and this is certainly LDLC putting up a fight. This is going to be another couple of rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really good to see them warm up now and get into
Yeah,
it.
you know, just put up a fight.
So, shotguns are out.
Hogan loves this, doesn't he?
Yeah, he really does. Remember when Hiko used to just use the auto shotgun
5
exclusively?
frags and you're buying the Mag 7.
Well, now it's a good chance to farm some money with it, I guess. Against the unarmored players, he can pull back into his heart content.
Ooh.
So can Alex through the door, it seems. Takes down body.
Mixwell just halved his health with a missed jump there.
It's a difficult one. It's a tricky one.
It's a challenge, but Devil biding his time. Will take the first and indeed the second. Apex doing the flashbang dance in the middle of nowhere. And here comes a nice... Is it 800 or 900? 900, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I said 800.
It's okay. You're new to this.
It's been a while since I watched a Mag 7 frag. Not something you see every
Missed
day.
it. 1 HP for Kenny. Down he goes. HE.
Dunk.
Well, let's see if they can get their match point on the board here. Time will tell. LDLC doing a good job. If they decided CT side, it could be a very different game.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't, would it? It would just been looked. It would have looked much more impressive from G2.
Yeah.
We know that LDLC can defend. They've proven that time and time again. It just seems to be the crutch of the issue is they cannot make that T side work. And if it's a map you keep playing, bearing in mind this is the map they've played most so far in the Pro League, playing it, this is the 5th time they've pulled it out as their map pick. Seems to be the one they're most comfortable on or wanting to progress on. I mean, depends which angle you want to look at it. But Twanu now going for that aggressive AWPing. I love this. Great angle. We see Device do this well a lot of the time, but immediately traded. MBK just peppers him with bullets as soon as he shows his beak. And so back to level.
4 on 4. Well, an advantage of sorts. Maybe not so much on Nuke. It's not really a traditional map in the sense of the way it plays out in terms of map control. There's not really much of the T's to get. Either you're in the bomb site or you're not. As Devil holds in towards CT spawn. They have got outside. Like I said, it doesn't really give them much. It just pushes the CTs back towards the site itself. And as we get into the sub 1 minute mark, it's going to be Kenny looking towards main entrance, and we'll see whether he can get anything done here at all. Logan waits in the hut with that Mag 7 in hand. AWP still looking for the next kill and not going to find anything just yet. 40 seconds remain now. CT still with a flashbang and 1 smoke. That's pretty much all they've got to hold off the final play from G2, but time is on their side. Maniac transitions towards the heaven area here. Kenny S still safe. Devil playing so passively they can't really get any information towards the main entrance. But here it comes. Maniac rotates in, and the final play coming from G2.
That's a good start. MBK with 1. Maniac with the double to return, and they're just taking it in turns now, 2 apiece. MBK's trying to retrieve that bomb. Did not anticipate Alex's off angle there, and now disappears, fades into nothingness, and with time on his side, LDLC will take another. This is starting to get interesting, Hank. 7 now to 14, and LDLC, the Fox, is looking a little more wily than it did in the first half.
They still got money to buy G2, but it's not great. Kenny S was just 3,600. The rest of them can get the AKs and armor. Maybe take a timeout now just to work that one out. A lot of people are saying this new iteration of Nuke is very CT-sided. Certainly, that's looking correct at this point. Instead of, yeah, it's 41.5, and then G2 not posting anything in the second so far. 14-7 is the scoreline at this point. Not everyone all in. MBK just going with the CZ, saves 3,400, maybe to give an AWP to Kenny in the next round. If they are indeed to lose this one, they're on maximum loss bonus now. Alex in the vent, just holds on the ladder. Just wants to get a bit of intel, can go for the wallbang if he wants to. Drops the smoke.
Putting it in that corner as well, just to give them a bit of extra cover into the hut. It does deter G2. They're by a little kooky, just 2 CZs for Kenny and MBK. Some of their hardest hitters on this map, both in the 20s. Little wild spray from Maniac. Nothing's going to be connecting for him just yet. MBK, I like that. Pre-aiming the hut. He's expecting someone close, anticipating that. Nothing delivered. Here comes the first opportunity. Mixwell's rifle does nothing, but Apex's does. An Apex Predator on Nuke, no doubt about it. Double kill for him. Now it's Devil and Maniac. They aren't going to be going down just yet. Instead, they put up a fight. Kenny caught out. Just the CZ, though. No scavenging capable. Mixwell's death has rendered Devil the AK, though.
Yeah, the smoke down in Nest makes things an absolute nightmare here. Bomb's already halfway gone. They've got to still wait for the smoke. Flashbangs coming in. This is looking not really possible now. The CTs looks like match point will be obtained by the French.
It's dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this is going to be down to Apex. He catches him as he descends. Devil descending from heaven, ironically enough.
To be fair, they are a mixture. They're more of a European team, LDLC. They've got the Belgian player, British player, Swiss player.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go international.
Okay.
Unless you have 3 players from the same region.
I mean,
I don't think
Alex
he's
is
gonna go.
French.
He's got a British passport and he uses a British flag.
He is called McMeekin.
So
Particularly French.
I'm just saying, for my narrative, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
European team.
So the European team.
European
International
powerhouse.
The European house.
We'll be taking a time out here. It's actually G2 will call it. They've got match points. That guarantees points on the
Just want to
leaderboard.
end this one now.
Yeah, so they've all at least got 1 point on the leaderboard at this one. So that's something. They'll definitely be gunning for the top 6. But the thing is, they had such an awful start to Pro League. They might be struggling to make it.
Statistically, every single team, currently,
Still make it.
LDLC included, can do it. Can get to Dallas. Potentially. I mean, just statistically. Bearing in mind, I'm not saying realistically. It's a very different word.
Well, potentially the last round.
Let's find out. It's my understanding this would be a quick one.
Well, I was under the assumption of 14-1 that they would not really make it this far, but LDLC have proven me wrong. Happy to be proven wrong, as this is a great game it's turning into.
Especially if they can get this round, that'll send G2 down in downward spiral. Economy not going to be prime. Following the round win previous. Could really see them close that gap should G2 lose this round. And that's where the excitement is. Alex struggling to get that flashbang where he wanted it. The second, bit more successful though.
Maniac, poised and ready. Beneath. Secret. He goes for his main entrance. Devil.
This is
Let's
it.
spot a few and now go for the spray down. This could be it. He only gets 1 though. 3 versus 3. Still anyone's round, but maybe not for long. It does go in favor of LDLC. There's the full reset, and we are going a little bit further, it seems, because as you can see, the money is in tatters for the G2 side. 15-8, 7 in a row will do it now for LDLC. As this gets deeper and deeper. I didn't think they stood a chance, but there we go. It will be a chance for LDLC all the way with the AWP set up full eco at this point. We'll see if they can finish things off here. Potentially could happen with the Deagles.
Yeah, potentially. However, let's not forget this is Nuke. Molotovs will hinder any aggressive plays you plan, unless, of course, you want to be choking smokes outside. They didn't have any smokes. Instead, though, he's managed to get in, and Logan's having none of it. Logan's in a prime position to get some more, but Body's just going to spank him with the Desert Eagle. Looking for a second, though. He's already taken a heavy hit. Alex is under pressure, and he does manage to get both of them. Lovely work as NBK and Body come in 1 by 1. And they're heading towards double digits. LDLC putting up such a fight here.
Yeah, well, it shows great character,
nail.
I would say. Maybe even another eco for the G2 boys. They have got enough to buy. Kenny S will just be on the CZ, though. So another chance for LDLC to get double digits. Who would have thought, Alex, a 14-1, they could bring things back. We'll be into the next round here. The swagger that G2 had before seems to be diminishing somewhat. And backs to the wall now. Galil in the hands of Apex. Body going for the CZ. He actually says to Kenny, do you know what, you take the AK. It's fine.
Treat yourself. And so now, Twanu given the same responsibility as Kenny. However, we remember just how instrumental he was in keeping the T's at bay. This, quite the role reversal. It's down to Twanu. No smoke just out just yet. Flash is going to give Devil the cue to peek.
They haven't dropped any smokes outside yet. How are they
What's the
going to
plan?
make their way out there? They will go for a brave cross, and Apex gets tagged up on his way there. I'm not sure why they don't deploy any of the smokes they've got, and they're just losing frags left, right, and center. They know where Apex is. They just take a wild kill through the smoke. They're looking very disjointed and shaky right now. Like they haven't got strategies to take outside. It's just an absolute brawl.
I don't even know if they have smokes. I mean, that was a perfect round to throw them. You had them.
Yeah.
The full weapon round. You've just been on an eco. It was kind of time to pull them out, but never mind. Apex is hitting shots like that. Galil versus Maniac.
Oh,
and Twanu's missing shots like that. That's disastrous. And now Kenny can apply pressure with his AK. Twanu's forced to concede. He backs up. Repositions to look inside. Still in heaven for now. Apex has got 1 point of health. He has as many kills as he does health.
Oh, Alex making noise.
Alex is making a lot of noise. He's not going to be expecting this, but neither was Apex. Doesn't even look like he was glancing in the right direction there.
Definitely could hear him. Why is he not looking there? That doesn't make any sense.
Mixwell and Kenny.
10 seconds. They can't do anything with this, I'm afraid. Mixwell won't hit that shot. And down he goes. It'll be just for old Kenny, and that's going to be the end of it. It will be 15-10, and we really are going to see absolutely everything, Alex. Another eco for the G2.
Potential overtime here, Henry.
Possibly,
they could close
I didn't
it.
think about that. I didn't even think that would be
That's
a situation.
the realms of possibility. I mean, it's opened right wide up, courtesy of LDLC, who have turned it around here on the defense. Alex with 20, Devil 19. We really were ragging on the LDLC boys, but it turns out they just are a defensive squad.
And 9-1 up in the second half.
9-1. This is the same thing, but reverse versus Mouse Sports. They just cannot get their head around T sides, it seems. Another eco. NBK's at spawn, so this is where our commentary does descend into something else. I heard Matt ask you a couple of times actually about the, you know, the heart logo. You see it on Train, you see it on Nuke. Did you ever come to a conclusion? Did anyone ever tweet you or like?
No, we don't know
one's
anything
ever
about
told
it.
you?
I think it's just part of the graphics pack they've got within CSGO.
I know NBK's partner. She's a streamer. She's got a tattoo of that. That same symbol.
Oh, really?
On her forearm. So she must know what it is.
Well, you'd hope so.
Maybe I'll send her a tweet. What on earth is this symbol? It's a love heart kind of thing. Nice work. Then he'll get just the one, and now he's going to be pressuring down Twano. Nice little flick from him. Oh, pays a heavy price, and now Mixwell's charging him down. Shouldn't be going much further than that, though. We're going to be seeing the 11th from LDLC. This is bonkers, as was that shot. Nice headshot, though, from Apex. Just a consolation prize for the round, though. Mixwell, 12 bullets in a dream. 21 points of health. 30 seconds. Logan could get caught out here. He rushes it. Whoa, Mixwell a free frag. And he couldn't take it. He had about 2 seconds of an opponent just looking the wrong way, and yet doesn't go for that slow, restrained tap towards the head. Instead, unleashes hell. 12 bullets down, and not a single body dropped. And so, 15-11, Hank. This is the determining factor here.
Is it enough? I think they need to start doing some of the things like maybe we start considering a rush.
Yeah, maybe we should
They
stop
don't seem to have the smokes outside to
going
really
outside.
Get there, but we'll see what they do. It's the AWP for Twano that's been quite powerful as we get into round number 27. Who would have thought a 14-1 would be going the full distance here? Maybe this could be the end, though. Devil offers himself up on a plate, and MBK dances with him at the very top of silo there. Takes it down, and will be Twano. Oh, to miss the shot. This is a chance now for GT. They don't want to give anything up here. You know outside has been weak for you. Stop standing Apex out there alone with no smokes. He's running out of a flashbang. It's not going to work.
Finally wise to reposition, though. Apex will throw his smoke up of his own. It should enable him to get into it towards main. And he does do just that. Maniac's going to be forced out by that Molotov a flash as well. That should be a free frag, and it is for body. This could be it. It looks like it. Apex gets one. It's on to Alex. Bangs through the wall. He needs to get 2 here, and he doesn't. Apex is going to be closing this round out. Double kill from him.
Oh.
And... what?
I guess Alex is disconnected. He's like, you know what, I'm done.
This is the
Yeah, they win.
okay, and that will be it. There,
No, he just saw the forward body. He's like, you know what, you win.
GG. GG.
Well, that was a weird one. It's always difficult to get that excited about a 14-1.5, you know, and then they start getting back into it. You just know they're not going to win, but fair play to LDLC. At least they did show us that it maybe is a really CD-sided map now, because G2, brick wall in the first half, then LDLC, fair play, they won the pistol, and you can feel they'll probably put up a few rounds here, but they managed to get double digits. Like we said, the only benefit to that really is getting warmed up for the next map, and hopefully we'll see a closer affair. I don't think that really told the whole story of the game.
It didn't tell the whole story. Perhaps our second map will deliver, though, and we'll be bringing that right after the break, and we're breaking it down. G2 versus LDLC after the break.
Incendiary out.